Gerald Coy.
Good day, America. I'm Dr. Gerald Coy, and this is Solutions for Life. Brought to you by the Share Foundation, a public, nonprofit charitable organization dedicated to the natural health by helping the public become aware of alternatives in the healthcare services. And today we're going to talk about natural health products. Our guest today is someone who understands more than most about the benefits of natural products and how it can help restore and maintain better health. Welcome, Idelsis Geldof, wellness consultant, I believe.
Oh, thank you.
It's great to have you here because a lot of people are beginning to realize that natural healthcare products are a lot better in maintaining better health than a lot of the drugs that are on, especially some of the prescription drugs. Yeah, you've had some experience in that, haven't you?
Yes, unfortunately, I have had some experience with a situation with my mother and finding out how, medicine is good, yes, but sometimes you have to think outside the box. You can't always expect all the solutions from the doctor. Sometimes you have to go hunting on your own.
And medications also have a lot of side effects, and that's one of the biggest concerns. And even I'm a chiropractor. I don't deal in drugs. But a lot of patients come to me, and maybe even in ways in which I can't help them, but they're looking for something besides drugs for a solution.
The more we listen out there to natural, everyone's looking for natural. Food is becoming back to the basics. A lot of artificial stuff are being removed because people are looking for natural. I was looking for also an alternative with my mother.
Well, what was happening with your mom?
Well, my mother, back in March of 2008, she was declared with acute lymphocyte leukemia, a very aggressive pediatric leukemia that usually is fatal with adults. And they basically gave her 4 months to live if nothing was done.
4 months?
4 months back in March of 2008.
And your mother's still with you?
Yes, she is.
Now, let's see, that's 5 years.
Over 5 years. Close to 6.
Did you do?
Well,
to defy the laws of God and doctors.
Well, we did try the traditional because before we tried something alternative, we did try traditional chemo, and it actually made her worse. Every time she came back and her leukemia was very aggressive and became angrier, as the doctor said. And we started looking into alternatives.
Well, what were the doctors saying?
Well, they were saying, your leukemia is very different, and you... I don't know. It's acting differently. It's chemo resistant. Those are their words.
Weren't they looking for other solutions?
No, they only had so much to work with, and they didn't.
So they weren't offering you anything but what they had, and it wasn't working.
And in fact, they told us with the last chemo that prepare her burial and her funeral and get her things in order. And they told us to her face that I had to give her up because I've had her long enough.
And how old was she?
64.
Now, she's 64 and I'm 70. I'm sorry, I'm not ready to give up, and I'm glad you weren't ready to give up.
Neither was she.
So what was the road you took, or how did you find this way?
These products found me, and I can just say that I found them at church, and I was looking for registrants for bone marrow drive.
A little bit of an answer to a prayer, sounds like.
Yes, I do believe that. And they persisted, and I thank God for Reynaldo and Limari Sanchez, who, if it wasn't for their persistence in following me everywhere, that I finally decided I have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
So it's kind of like you were desperate.
I was extremely desperate, and I can say that when we started taking the transfer factor molecules, which is what we're going to talk about today, my mother's life changed. And I accomplished things with it that no doctors could accomplish.
Oh, wow, that's a big, big statement there.
I know, but I lived it.
So what is this transfer factor?
These transfer factor is a natural molecule that exists in our body, and it exists in breast milk. in the initial process, when a mother nurses her child, she's transferring her transfer factor molecules to her child to educate their immune system.
You mean that newborn baby that's come out into this world and said, now what do I do?
That's why nursing is so important. And so
always said that.
So basically, that's what we were taking and giving Mom, and I take it too now because it has anti-aging qualities, so many wonderful things. But basically, what
it isn't just something that was for babies.
No.
Now it's being used in adults.
Adults, any age. I know people that give it to newborns. You know?
So there's no toxicity to this.
It's no side effects. It is listed in the PDR, the Physician's Desk Reference Book for doctors. You can find it, and it gives you no precautions, no warnings. It's natural.
And what is it supposed to do to the body?
It re-educates the immune system so that it acknowledges and recognizes more diseases, bacteria, fungus, things that our body should be taking care of, but sometimes our immune system is weak. And what this does is it re-educates the immune system so that the body can take care of itself.
Well, you're always hearing about something that helps the immune system. In fact, I believe they're advertising some yogurt to help the immune system, and there's some cereals that'll help the immune system. There's a lot of stuff out there talking about immunity now, I guess more than, in the last 10 years or so, where before they were talking about antioxidants, and before that they were talking about something else natural, all of which are good. But now this conversation about your immune system, for our general listeners, for people who really it's like a foreign area to them, this is basically their resistance. You talk about your resistance to disease, your ability of your body to fight, the nature within you, or however you. It's all of this, isn't it?
The basic principle behind the immune system is to recognize, respond, and remember. The 3 R's: recognize, respond, and remember, so that your starts having a database of things that it's been exposed to, so that why we don't have chicken pox again, why don't we have measles again, because our immune system remembers the virus, so next time it knows to attack it. There are a lot of things out there that do help, and I know that they're not bad for you, but we have something that increases your immune system the highest in the world.
In fact, I was reading some information on this because the Share Foundation is also involved in helping through the Share clinics with the products that we cannot mention, and so our listeners, so they don't get too frustrated with us. The company has a very strict policy about the names of their products and releasing it for discussion. Transfer factor is a molecule. It is something that has been around for, 60-some years
1949.
now? Since 1949. So it is something we can discuss. But this company, and which we will not mention, and their products, which we will not mention, are very, very beneficial. And in looking at the research that you gave me, I saw that there are things that we will mention. There are noni juices. It can increase your immune system by as much as 18%.
That's good.
And cow's colostrum can as much as, I think, 22%. And I think there was echinacea that was like 40-some%, and there was something else that might be 50-some%. But these products actually, it's like 4, 5, 6, 10 times that buildup of your immune system. So this is powerful stuff.
Yeah, 437% to be exact.
Wow. Now, is this, this is outside laboratory testing, isn't it?
Yes. Outside laboratory testing. More than $40 million invested in tests, and a lot of papers written on the internet. You could look that up too. You find testimonies for hours there.
Wow. So, when you get the chance, look up on the computer and the YouTube and wherever else about transfer factor, and you will find some amazing stories. Let's talk a little bit more about your mother and how you proceeded with her.
Well, my mother's main problem right now is her platelets, and I'm working and looking to things to improve her situation with her platelets. But I will tell you that once my mom started taking the transfer factor molecules, and we were, there are doctors involved with these products too that would give us some suggestions. But basically, she took these products, and for at least 4.5, 5 years, my mother was given a death sentence, and she has traveled the world. She's been to Colombia, Panama, did a cruise to the Cayman Islands, Utah, Canada, and
Do I note a little bit of she got to go to all these places and I didn't?
Well, no, I did too.
Oh, okay, all right.
I went to some of these places too, but I'm just talking about what she's been able to accomplish, even though they told her to plan her funeral.
And so in 4 months she wasn't supposed to be around, and here 5-6 years later,
And-
she's been enjoying life, having a good time.
And we're still-
maybe some ups and downs. You know,
Yes.
this is a serious condition.
Well, the doctors literally tell her, "I don't know how you're still alive," and they actually work with me now. We work together.
But what do they think about the products you've been giving her?
Well, they don't have an opinion because, doctors distribute drugs.
Exactly.
And these are supplements, and normal medicine doctors do not distribute supplements.
You know, there's a lot of people out there that are taking a lot of good products.
Yes,
That are,
yes.
they're taking their vitamins, they're taking their minerals, all that are beneficial to the balance of the body and the nutrition in the body, depending on how well they eat too. And they're taking other products that maybe they're drinking some juice that only boosts their immunity by 18%, but it is. And I know a lot of them talk about going to the doctor and ask him, should I or could I take this? And you've just answered, these are drug doctors. These are not natural doctors.
Do you know what they told me when I showed them what I wanted? Because my mother was, ask the doctors before I take it.
Yes.
Do you know what they
As
said?
most people. As most people.
Yes, and I understand that. I don't have they told me, go ahead, she's going to die anyways.
Oh.
Those are their words.
Isn't that encouraging?
Oh, yeah.
But I want the listener to understand, doctors, medical doctors, they are doctors of medicine. They know drugs, they know their surgeries, but it's like going to a Ford dealer. Don't ask them about buying a Chevy, because they will not do so. For people, we have just a few seconds before we go to commercial. How can people reach you to talk to you? Because I know there's people out there who would like to know more about this.
My email address is idelsis@aol.com, which is spelled I, D as in David, E, L as in Larry, S as in Sam, I, S as in Sam, @aol.com. Or you can reach me at 562-755-0006.
Repeat that, please.
562-755-0006.
Oh, great. Or you can call the Share Foundation at area code 562-776-1727. That's again the Share Foundation at 776-1727, area code 562. And we will definitely get you in touch with Idelsis, who will share not only this information, but a lot more information she has. And we'll be back in just a few moments.
Building a custom home or business is a huge deal. For some, it's the largest project they'll take on in a lifetime. Choosing your team may be the most important part of ensuring a successful building project. Starting a project by working closely with Core Design will create what's just right for your lifestyle and your property. But selecting the right builder is perhaps the most important part of creating the team. At Core Design's, customer service, quality craftsmanship, and integrity are the keys to our company philosophy. Your custom construction dreams are just a phone call away. Core Design at 213-453-1609. Once again, that number is 213-453-1609.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmark, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, two things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number One Tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior tequila. There's only Number One. There's only number one. There's only number one.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
And we're back with our guest today, wellness consultant, counselor, Idelsis Geldof. I greatly appreciate you being here, and wow, we really opened up with some powerful stuff about your mother and what's happened. I know on the monitor in the first segment, we were showing that basically knowledge is power, and it shows someone on the computer, which you get information on the computer, or reading books or reading information. And I want everybody to know that we have a free gift for anybody that wishes to come in, and it talks about transfer factor, questions people ask about transfer factor. If anybody will call you directly, you just let us know and we will send them this book. It's several pages talking about transfer factor and its benefits. So anybody that wants to call in, this book is normally $5 and it is free to you for just calling in. Now, one of the big things, and up on the screen today is a thing about prevention, that prevention is the key. And prevention means you have to take better care of yourself. But in doing that, a lot of people are looking at natural products. And there's a lot of different places they can get natural products. I don't know if you've been out shopping. Have you ever bought stuff from different places?
I know I've tried other things, other places and other companies, and nothing really makes me feel as good as what I'm taking.
I mean, you can't get this at Walgreens
No.
or CVS?
No.
Well,
Only to distributors.
Only through distributors. That's similar. That would be similar to, like, for the people who want to get vitamins from Shackley. I know that Dr. Shackley was a chiropractor, and they set up the company. And of course, Amway has nutritional products, and there's people. There's even a company that sells a lot of herbs, and the name of the company is after the herbs and everything else. And then there's single products. Then there's a lot of people out there selling, like we mentioned, noni juice. Have you ever tried any of these products?
Not really tried them because I've never found myself in a situation until now.
So you started in crisis.
Yeah, crisis mode.
So it wasn't just a matter of trying to prevent. You were in crisis and trying to work your way back out of it.
Yes.
But you saw your mother in this situation, and you've had remarkable results. To have your mother with you the last 5 years, even though she's now still not as old as I am, but even though you've had her long enough, it's nice that you've had an extra 5 years. What about the rest of the family? Has it changed your attitude? Is it kind of you don't want to get into crisis?
Well, like you said, prevention is key. Imagine if you're preventing things, how many things you can eliminate. I've been able to eliminate, for me, allergies. I was deathly allergic to cats. No longer. Cats and dogs, no longer. My mother always suffered from asthma. It's gone. I'm not going to say cured, but it's gone. Bronchitis, my husband's allergies. My little dog is doing better because she's 15 years old. I got to take care of her. So it works across all mammals.
It's basically non-species specific.
Mammals.
For mammals, yes.
For mammals.
So it's not going to help your pet iguana?
No.
No, okay.
No, because this is a natural molecule that exists in colostrum, which is breast milk. And our company has a patent that has the most powerful transfer factor molecule for the process of extracting the molecule from the colostrum. And there's incredible testimonies. You can not listen to me and go online and find
this
all over the world.
Yeah, this isn't a vitamin then.
No, it's a supplement.
It's not a mineral.
No.
It's not an antioxidant.
No.
is, you know.
Well, we do have antioxidants in the company, but the
there-
molecule.
And you have vitamins, I believe.
And we have vitamins and we have herbs, but the molecule is what's key. Our company.
The transfer factor.
The transfer factor molecule is, and our company is the only company in the world that their focus is the immune system. 65% of all diseases are based on the immune system. So if you could balance your immune system, an overactive immune system is diabetes, arthritis, lupus, fibromyalgia, asthma, eczema, psoriasis, all those autoimmune conditions is an overactive immune system.
Well, you just
Sorry.
you give a percentage there that I'm going to disagree with you on.
Oh,
you
really?
said that 65%
Of all diseases are based on the immune system.
are based on the immune system, because basically, all disease, only the body heals.
Well,
and
okay.
basically, as long as you maintain your resistance, you have the capacity of resisting all disease. I mean, there are conditions
Well, your
and
body is-
situations.
When your body is in tune and working correctly, you don't have any problems.
And this builds your resistance. It
Yes.
builds you. You keep saying immunity, but I want people that the immunity isn't something outside of you,
No.
that you're swallowing, or the doctor's going to sew up inside of you or something like this, but it is
A system.
your body performing the way it's designed to.
Yes.
Because I keep telling people, only the body heals.
That's right.
Only the body heals. One of these days you'll get that message. But in that respect, this is in building the resistance of the whole body.
Mm-hmm.
It's helping it to overcome all disease in many ways.
Well, yeah, in many ways, because the body is a perfect machine that when it's finely tuned and working correctly, I mean, why is it that a person next to you could have cancer cells and you don't have them? You do have them, but your body is
exactly.
automatically eliminating them when it's working properly.
I mentioned cancer because I know the Share Foundation has been involved in this program and also in the products for a number of years. And one of the things we were doing was working with some doctors, medical doctors in foreign countries. And when this came out, we were reviewing it and everything else, it sounds interesting. And there was, again, no hope. And I said, well, what do we have to lose? So we sent cases of the product. And this was a medical doctor who went back to medical doctors for his testing. And he had 13 tumors, of which in 6 months he had one.
Yes. How do you explain that?
Yeah, exactly.
How do the doctors explain that?
And
What do they tell you? What do they tell you, huh? Tell me.
Well, the body just started responding,
Okay.
Yeah,
So in other
but
words,
why?
the body started responding.
Exactly. Well, even doctors, after they cut on you and do everything they can, it's kind of like, well, it's up to nature now. It's up to, you're going to die in 4 months. Or what. They have this attitude about playing God, which really, even from the Hippocratic Oath, it says, you don't play God. Mm-hmm. But they've gone into that role a little bit too strongly. And yet, if you take proper care of yourself, you can have a much longer life.
Healthier, feeling great.
Yeah. Oh, yes. My profession. There it is up on the screen now. Which is better? Which is safer? I'm a chiropractor. Is it better to have something cut on, or is it better to take care of the body, remove the nerve interference in it so the body can do better? But today, we're talking about another area that's based of natural products, of this particular natural product, which seems to be phenomenal.
It is. It really is.
And earlier we mentioned, I'd like to repeat it again, from all the other things that have been tested out there, it has the highest response in improving or boosting the immune cell activity, correct?
Yes. Increasing your killer T cells, increasing your IgA salivary antibodies, which are antibodies that basically grab onto fungus and things that are trying to invade your body and take it out. It increases that too.
So this helps the body resist. Again, you're talking about 65% related to immunity and everything else, and I'm saying that all disease.
Well
even, who's our one medical doctor? The one medical doctor I'll listen to, or occasionally, even though I don't agree with him 100%, it's still Dr. Oz. Here's a medical doctor who is partnered with, who has embraced natural health. And it's been fantastic that I've had watched some of his shows where he's talking about cancer-fighting foods that you need to eat, cancer-fighting diets. Mm-hmm. This is a medical doctor. Well, he's not acting like a normal medical doctor, that's
right.
for sure.
Thinking outside the box.
Thinking outside the box. And he talks about the immune system and talks about it. But one of the things I remember he quoted, because a long time ago, since I'm older than he is, I used to always say that 70% of our health problems is due to lifestyle, well, is in the choices we make.
Yeah.
And he said 80%. 80% of the chronic conditions we suffer with, man suffers with, is due to the choices, ladies and gentlemen, you make.
Yep.
And we need to change this. If we want to improve them, it isn't an absence of medication. And these natural products that we're talking about, the transfer factor does what? It supports the body to do what the body's meant to do.
Right.
Now tell me about the rest of your family and some of the other things you've seen happen. Change.
I've seen diabetes improve, and I've seen pre-diabetics no longer diabetics. I've got a person who had 7 detached retinas surgeries because his own tissues weren't regenerating, and they had to use cadaver tissues. And in 1 month, his tissues started growing back. And
the body started healing itself.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It's wonderful. It's wonderful that, you can take something that is so good for you and you can help so many people with it. I'm just happy. I'm blessed, and I'm just looking for more people to help.
I'm often approached by, because as a doctor, there's a lot of people who still approach me. In medicine, there used to be what's called detail men, and these were the guys that were salesmen that came from the pharmaceutical companies to go to the medical doctors and convince them to use their products.
Right.
Well, as a chiropractor, I'm approached by a lot of people who are offering all sorts of different programs and all sorts of different products, and I've never really found anything that struck me as interesting. I mean, there were some good products. There's a company that's a local company that I really appreciated their vitamins and minerals, and I recommended them for years and years because I saw the need of this. But even when I was first approached about this, was aloof.
Well, so did I. I didn't believe it. And I would meet people that would tell me incredible stories, and I'm thinking, this is a marketing ploy. But, but when you have no other choice and you're not given any other options, you grab at anything that comes to your way. I had all kinds of people. I had people calling me on the phone saying, don't you want to save your mother's life? I said, how dare you tell me that? I'm doing everything possible. Short of going to medical school, I'm learning everything about my mom's disease and trying to find. I'm also looking into changing her diet. She's also changed her diet. Cancer thrives in lactose and sugar. You got to cut down or eliminate those things. So there are things we can do.
The choices we make.
Yes.
I being around for so long, back in the 50s, if you will reduce your sugar and white flour use, it will improve your health. This has been going on for 50, 60 years. Of course, we've been fighting cancer. The war on cancer has been for over 60 years. We're still cutting on it. We're still drugging. We're still burning up the bodies. We're still hurting people. And when we come back, we will talk more about natural health products with Adelsis.
Yes.
Join us in a few minutes.
Nurses Life Express provides unique apparel for all the hardworking nurses that wear many hats. It's apparel that expresses nurses' amazing, humorous, and caring personalities. After all, nurses are as influential as their united goal to help others. Nursing's not easy, but somebody's got to do it. For more information, please call 562-270-4312 or visit their website at www.nurselife.com. www.nurselyfe.com. Nurseslife.com, where nurses' lives are expressed.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch.
Make your team look like pros with custom lineup cards. Whether you are a travel team, rec team, all-star team, or just some old guys playing slow pitch, we can make your team look a little better with some custom lineup cards. For the umpire, for the opponent, for the scorekeeper, for the dugout, no matter where your lineup card goes, you will look like a big league team with your team logo and name on top of your personalized lineup card. Just visit CustomLineupCards.com. With the best prices in town, you are sure to hit a home run with us. Visit CustomLineupCards.com and go pro.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Hey, bro, this is a good game. You know what would make it better?
What, bro?
A michelada.
A michelada? What's a michelada?
A michelada is somewhere in the middle of a Mexican Bloody Mary and a Mexican margarita.
Oh, I got you covered, bro.
You got a cup in your pocket?
No, sir. I got my pocket-sized michelada. Mucho macho michelada.
Pocket size?
Pocket size, so you can take it with you anywhere you go.
Where'd you get that at?
At the nearest convenience store, and you can also buy it at muchomachomichelada.com.
You know what would make it better? After we get drunk, if they had a line we could call.
We can call their drunk line. You can leave a message and then log on to the site and listen to your stupidity afterwards.
What's that number?
It's 855-MICHE-69.
What's that number again?
855-MICHE-69.
Awesome. Mucho macho michelada.
And we're back with Adelsis and our wellness counselor who has helped her mother, helped her family, and helping a lot of other people. And we're going to get into some of these products, but before we talk specifically about the products, up on the screen there is a cartoon that comes from the book Solutions to the American Health Crisis that I wrote, and it's one of my favorite cartoons because it basically shows the reality of being a woman. A lot of people think that, of course, in some societies, you're just a mere woman.
Yeah, I know.
In other societies, I think you're the warriors, you're the Amazon. So
in some societies, the cows have more value.
Very definitely. But what I try to point out, and I pointed out in my lectures and when I talk to people, is that basically women make 85 to 95% of the health decisions. You make it for your infant. When that baby is born, who's going to decide, make the decisions? The mother. And you made this, I believe, for a couple of your own children. And go ahead and tell me about, I don't know if what you felt when this new bundle of joy was given to you.
You know, it's an incredible feeling when you walk in one piece and you walk out in two pieces.
I've never had it described that way.
Okay, because that's how I felt like it, because I was all intact when I walked in, and then I suddenly have something that's dependent on me that I have to take care of. And obviously, yes, I did nurse my children. I know the importance of nursing because your children are like a blank sheet of paper with no immunity.
No, you mentioned you nursed, and of course that's a private thing, and I wouldn't have asked, but you mentioned it. What in the girlfriends and the group and the cousins and the aunts and aunts and all the other women, what was their attitude about breastfeeding?
Actually, it was very accepted. For me, I had no problem. It was a natural thing. I was not one that was out public. I was discreet.
Did the doctors,
Yeah, they did. They did promote
They
it.
did?
They did.
Because back...
There was societies, the Lactose Society.
Yeah. Well, 56 years ago, they were saying, oh yeah, you don't have to breastfeed. Right. Yeah, you don't need to breastfeed. They didn't encourage it. Formula and cow's milk is as good as mother's milk and all this good stuff. And a lot of the whole generation or two have grown up without that initial protection that you were given. This is what we were talking about.
Right. No, I luckily, thankfully, I could say that I did know, and I was able to do that for my children. And it is key because you're giving the beginning of life. So that's the first decision you make.
And this is kind of being reinforced since you've learned what you were really giving your child.
Yes.
You knew it was good for them.
Yeah.
But now you know why, and the chemical makeup and the molecules and all this other stuff that you've learned since then.
Yeah.
But then even as the kids grow up and you make the decision of whether you take them to what kind of doctor you take them to, where they're going to be treated, if they're going to be treated, or if you're going to go to the store and buy something to something.
Right. Yeah, you do your best, but that is part of mothering and raising your children. And I know there's single parents out there, single fathers and mothers, but the woman's natural thing is usually they're the ones who decide what food the family eats.
Exactly. Oh yes, that food. You mean
The
that where you get the
food,
nutrition?
what you cooking and what you feed your children and what you give, or I like to inform myself and give as healthy as I
I'm
can.
gonna put you on the spot then. Did they have cold cereal and?
Yes,
and
they did.
Did they have?
They had waffles too.
Oh, they had one with the syrup. But any fresh fruit on it?
Of course.
Oh, okay, good. But as children grow up, and now I understand your children are in college.
Yeah, they're also going into the medical field.
Oh, but how many times do they still call mom for advice?
Oh, my son called me yesterday. His girlfriend had, I think, food poisoning. What do I give her? What do I give her, Mom?
So here's mom continuing, even when the child is in medical school. What kind of medical doctor do you think he's going to be?
He wants to be an ER. He likes the
He likes the trauma. He likes the trauma.
He likes the trauma, the drive, the fast pace.
Oh.
Yeah, my daughter is more, she's looking to be, she's graduating next year as an RN.
Oh,
very proud
congratulations.
of her too. Thank you.
Because I have, in my book, in The Crisis, I put a lot of blame on doctors, but I do praise a lot of nurses. In fact, I think nurses are better doctors than many times the doctors. So
they nurture.
They're the nurturing. I know we were talking during the break about my nephew's in the hospital, been crushed by a building that fell on him and everything else, and truly the best care he has come from the nurses, and I really do appreciate that. Yeah. The doctors, they're in confusion. They don't know what's going to happen. Just they offer a little support as far as I'm concerned.
My son is just naturally a very comforting person. He likes to rescue and help people.
He's in the right place then.
That's what I say.
But then there's the biggest baby in the house.
Yeah. The one that I can't seem to get to go to his annual physicals, but I can get him to take his transfer factor.
But do you ever, if he gets sick, you're the one that has to listen to the whining.
Yes.
And,
yes.
Oh, I don't feel good.
They're the biggest baby.
Oh, they are definitely the biggest baby.
Yes.
But sometimes you have to push them to the doctor's office.
You do sometimes, but my husband really, really believes in the products, and he says, I'm fine. I'm taking my transfer factor.
I'm staying healthy. I'm keeping my resistance.
You still have to go in and get checked and all those things.
Yeah, a lot of people, they say, well, you brought up an interesting
Knowledge
issue.
is power, okay?
Oh, very definitely. People say, well, I'm on a limited budget, therefore when I buy my food and everything else. And people do not realize that preventing and buying supplements and everything else that helps to ensure your resistance is cost effective. If anything, it saves you a tremendous amount of money.
How much does it cost you to be sick one day?
Not only the doctor's visit, if you have to go to the doctor's, what is it, $100, $120 or more or less, whatever it might be. Medications that may or may not work, that cause side effects and everything else. Time, off work. I had an employee that, I encourage my staff to, they have free will. I said, I think this is something you really should look into. I think this is something you should take. And at least 2-3 times a year, oh, I'm not feeling good. I've got a cold, or I've got the flu, or I've got this, or I got that. And they'd be off work for a week, or sometimes even almost 2 weeks. One day, because I had so much work to do, I drove over to her house. I handed her a bottle of transfer factor, and I says, take this, large dosages, and she was back to work in 2 days.
I know someone else like that I've got like a running total on her. I'm like, you're up to 10 colds now, and I think I've had one since you've got it. And yeah, I do give her transfer factor, and now she asks me for it too, because she knows that it cuts down and reduces the reaction, and the cold, you recover quicker.
Or in my case, I haven't had a cold.
Neither have I.
And if I get a little signs of little tingling or the little tickle in the throat, exactly, I'll just increase the amount of transfer factor I'm taking, and wow, the next day, hey, I'm feeling a lot better. And the company, I guess, offers it in chewable forms, and liquid forms,
sprays and creams,
and toothpaste and everything else.
Toothpaste, yeah. My son yesterday was telling me, what do I give her the transfer factor, Mom? Tell me. And she did. Took the antioxidants. She's very much better today.
Oh, that's great. In the cartoon that's up on the screen, there is a fourth segment of a woman's life, but we've already talked about that, and that is you become responsible for your parents, and many times your in-laws too. So here it is.
Case.
There is the children, the baby, the children, the teenagers, the college kids, the husband, and the parents in time.
I am just grateful that I've been able to find a solution.
And it's because you've gained knowledge.
Yeah.
And
look outside
there's
the
been
box.
some answers of some prayers that someone said, hey, try
Yes.
this, read about this, look into this.
Yep.
And that's the only way this product is really, because we're not telling you anything more than Transfer Factor. And to go online, read about Transfer Factor, there's a lot of information there. But above all, call us. You can call us at the Share Foundation. It's area code 562-776-1727. That's area code 562-776-1727. Or you can get a hold of Adelsis at
562-755-0006. 562-755-0006.
and you'd be more than happy to explain how they can help
I
their family.
can talk your ears off.
Well,
Can't shut me up. That's the problem.
yeah, and very truthfully, if you're writing numbers down there, you can always call Rant Radio. Call us at 855-969-7268. That's 855-969-7268. And anybody who calls Adelsis, calls the Share Clinic, will get a book. Questions people ask about Transfer Factor. It is available to you for free. And please call us. Let us know that you want to know more about this fantastic product and the many of the other products that are available. It's also mentioned in the book and everything else. And start educating yourself. The first picture we had up on the screen, show it again. People getting online and reading books, because that's what you need.
Well, at first that's all I did. When I was looking and looking for something, options, anything out there. And unfortunately, there wasn't any good information of anything offering anything. And so I'm surprised I didn't come across Transfer Factor. But like I said, it found me. I'm grateful that I'm able to change a lot of people's lives. And I continue.
And you didn't believe what the doctor had to say.
Well, I didn't want to accept it, because if they gave my mom a 20% chance of survival rate with chemo. No, I'm sorry, 40% chance survival rate with chemo if it works, and 20% if you do nothing. But I said, even if she has 5%, why can't you, Mom, be part of that? 5% something. Don't let go of hope. Only those that strive and fight and want to live have a better option. I can't promise whatever is going to happen to anybody, but those that fight can win.
And especially if they have some support along the way.
Yes.
And people need to understand, this is what the natural health products do. They are designed to support your body. There's a difference in quality. There's a difference in what we talked about earlier, about all different sorts of products that can improve your immune system, but maybe not as much. And this product is something that has helped so many millions of people all over the world, I understand.
Although it's more than 107 countries.
Wow.
In all types of languages.
Because I know earlier when I had first met the product and was introduced to the product and sending it to Mexico, it wasn't in Mexico, but now it is very heavily into Mexico and all the different countries. And when we come back, we will talk more about how you can be involved and how you can be part of helping other people.
TheTicketSurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. TheTicketSurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza, We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra modern, ultra clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
The Share Foundation is the health division of the Coy Chiropractic Institute, a 501c3 509A2 public nonprofit organization dedicated to the growth and development of the natural health care services, in particular through the chiropractic profession, offering health services at the Share clinics in the greater Los Angeles area. Your donations can help in expanding these facilities across the nation, research programs, and public education, thus offering a solution to the many of the health challenges we face. Your donations are tax-deductible and can be sent through our website at www.sharefoundation.com. That's www.cherfoundation.com by clicking on the donation button. Thank you.
Number one. Number one.
Is that a stutter or as high as you can count?
I was ordering number one tequila.
Everybody's asking for number one.
Great, another fancy bottle.
These guys are true artists. Never compromise integrity. They make tequila
Come
the
on.
old-fashioned way. Never mass-produced.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying have the number one. Anything less is number two. Number one! Number one, tequila.
We are the Three Guys Rant
with Arvin, Mike, and Phil.
Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69 The Three Guys.
It's not the Three Guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's. The other one's illiterate.
You really should listen in. You never know what's going to happen.
855-69 3 Guys. G-U-Y-S and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
And we're back with Adele Siskeloff, wellness counselor. We've been talking about transfer factor, how it has helped so many people, in particular her mother, who's been with us another 5 years, when the doctor said she had 4 months. You know, in the last segment, we were talking about how this is such a natural thing for women. And I think of all the mothers out there that if they knew more about it, if they understood what it was about, that it could also benefit them in other ways.
Yes, you know, this is something that I've learned. I came across the products because of need, but then I discovered a great company that their goal is to spread prevention to the world, help the world be healthier, and at the same time, you can also create some income for yourself.
Meaning you can actually make this part of
your business.
Become a business for yourself.
That's right.
An entrepreneur.
That's right. That's what it is. Entrepreneurs of the 21st century.
Helping other people.
Helping other people. You know, economy is changing. Economy is difficult. Job openings are not as easy to find nowadays. This is a business that you can run from your home or anywhere in the world.
You mean you can stay home and watch the kids that you have to, because you can't afford daycare, and
that's right.
And there's a lot of women that would like to stay home with their kids. But the family need is such that they need to get out and work. They have, what is it, over 60 or 70% of women now work?
Yeah, and we still have to be the caretakers.
Of course.
We still have to make all the decisions.
And what's for dinner?
That's right.
Yeah, and make sure that the kids are healthy, the husband's healthy, the teenagers are healthy, the parents are healthy, and everything else, all that responsibility. But putting it together in a little package, it could be a wonderful thing to do.
This is something that you could really, really do just an hour or two a day, sharing it with people. This is not involving selling products. This is about getting together. We have a lot of books and manuals and DVDs and CDs. And yes, hablo español. So if you need someone...
No habla español.
Yeah, that's about it, right? No,
that's it.
But I do speak Spanish. If there's people out there that would like to reach me, we can discuss things. But yes, this is a business that you can run from your home and or live anywhere in the world, because your form of payment is through a credit card.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You don't have to worry about
we
processing
we
checks.
do love our credit cards, don't
That's
we?
right.
Well, it's a little bit of time of confession for me, because because I was one of those people that I didn't like dealing with anything along this line. Even though I was a doctor, put things on the shelf.
Neither did I.
Put things on the shelf, and if people wanted to buy them, that was fine. But then there was this woman who came to me and says, I want you to listen to this person. And that person was your mother. When it is your mother, you've got to listen to people.
That's right.
And so some people came by and they explained to me about products that I really didn't understand. I'd never heard of these products before. Here I am. I've been in the healthcare profession at that time for over 40 years. And I had not heard about it because it is relatively new. It only started 15 years ago from one person, basically.
Right.
I mean, even though the molecule was discovered, almost 60 years ago in 1949, this really getting into the market has only been this millennium, since the first of this millennium, and has grown remarkably as one of the fastest growing companies
in the top rated companies in the world.
And top rated
right now.
of the top rating companies. Success Magazine had it. It was the only one that was in the nutritional field.
NextEra is classified one of the top 10 companies in the world too.
Wow. And it's a very honorable company, and I really appreciate it. Why? Because after I listened and I said, no, I'm not interested, and no, I'm not interested, and no, I'm not interested.
Me too.
I happened to go into my office, and I had said, leave the material behind, like doctors will do. And I said, I'll get around to it. And I put it on the stack. And actually, I did get around to reading about this transfer factor, whatever this was. And then I started recognizing what it was within the realm of studies, but it was not something we'd really become aware of and didn't really have a part of our healthcare studies. And I had a patient walk in that announced that he was HIV positive. Now, I always joke about it, but here I am as a brilliant doctor reading this document on this transfer factor.
But you're not God.
Not God. That that can increase immune activity. Yeah. And here I have a patient that comes in that says, I am affected by a disease that is basically an immune deficiency. And being a brilliant doctor, I said, well, maybe these two should come together. Mm-hmm. And
great decision.
Wasn't that a brilliant decision?
Brilliant.
But at least I was willing to make it.
That's
right. How many doctors won't? They ignore it.
They do.
And I'd like to think that my mind, even though it takes a while for it to open up, was opened up enough that I offered this to this patient. But I still didn't. I'm not easily sold. The old saying about I'm from Missouri, you got to show me. And I had spoke to a medical doctor who was an advisor to the company. And I said, okay, fine. I bought the product. I gave it to this patient. And in 30 days, there was a 300,000 drop in his viral load.
I don't know if people understand how big that is.
That
is 3,000 different viruses were eliminated from his system.
He was not on any medication yet. He was not, wasn't.
That's amazing.
This is only taking transfer factor.
Wow.
And when that happened, I said, that, wow.
Rewind.
Yeah, rewind. That this stuff really works.
Mm-hmm.
That got my attention. And ever since then, I've made sure that these products have been available to my patients. And I've worked with the company. I also have had a wonderful time of meeting you. And we, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, we have worked together because I have gone to Spanish meetings where she has translated for me. But no, I'm a spokesman also for the product because I truly believe it is one of the finest products and one of the most important things in natural healthcare products. And that's why we were having the show today, is because I wanted to introduce this to, I wanted someone that I knew and someone I knew had a fantastic story to share it with our listeners out there. And let you understand that this is something that has benefited me in business, because it's allowed me to do something that I want to do, and that is our Share Clinic, which is an ability to pay facility, which allows me to take care of children for nothing. It's because of this company and because of the business of this company that is allowing me to fulfill my personal dreams.
To give you time.
To give me the time I want.
Yeah.
Which isn't too much time because I'm off doing radio, often teaching, often lecturing, often teaching classes.
That's
but it's fun.
But that's how great your health is.
And here I am at 70, and no, I did not have a cold. And no, I do not get my flu shot. I take transfer factors.
I don't either.
And, it's up to our listeners. We're not telling you can't do it. But I want you to have a choice. Remember what Dr. Oz said, even if you disagree with him on flu shots. He says it's in the choices you make. And if you choose these products, you're going to have a healthier life. What little time we have, I also want to mention that there are some other areas of products this company has that are also outstanding.
Yes.
What are some of the other areas?
Cleansing, detox.
Why would someone...
Well, digestive issues.
Constipation and diarrhea type situation.
All those kinds of things too. Remember, your digestive system is your immune system. Your first one is your skin. Then it's all the orifices and your body fighting, because your body is constantly fighting 24/7. It's invaders. And then your digestive tract, which is acidic, and you could burn with what goes on in the digestive system. If that's out of balance, how uncomfortable is that? Can't function.
I think we call it indigestion. And sometimes it becomes worse, an acid indigestion. And then it becomes an ulcer. Because if you don't prevent the ulcer, it will develop.
Let me say something. There are 4 key items that improve your immune system overall. Sleeping enough at night and in the dark.
I just read that also. It also improves brain cells too.
Yeah.
About sleeping. Rest is important, folks.
Sleeping, exercise regularly.
Oh, does that mean I have to walk from the parking lot into the...
A little bit more.
I can't park right up next to the door? All right, I'll walk.
Exercise, like I said.
That's exercise.
Sleeping, eating right, eating healthy, and finding happiness in life and being stress-free. Stress is the #1 cause to cancer and many diseases. Imagine that you don't eat right, you don't sleep right, you don't exercise, and then you've got some huge problem going on, and you're not taking care of your life. There are things that we can't control in life. We try to eat healthy, but sometimes we have to eat something that someone else prepared for us, and we have to count on that person. So why not prevent? Keep your body healthy.
Prevent what you can. Take care of what you can.
Yes.
Do your best. And don't worry about all the others. But while you're doing that, make sure you're taking the best possible products for your system and helping yourself to feel better and be healthier.
How big is the organic market and all these things going on right now?
It's a $1 trillion market out
Yeah.
there. And there's a lot of stuff out there.
There's a lot of stuff out there.
And if you want to know more about these products, if you want to know more how they can help you, please call us at area code 562-776-1727. That's the Share Foundation. That's 562-776-1727. And if you'd like to speak to a wellness counselor, call Adelsis at
562-755-0006. Again, it's 562-755-0006. And I also have a website that if you wanted to go to it and you're interested in a business and find out more about the products, and that website is Adelsis, which is IDELSIS.myforlife.com. And you can find out more about the company, and you can find out more about the products, and if you're interested. But if not, just email me at adelsis@AOL.com, IDELSIS.
Be sure and call her. Be sure and call us. And you can also call us at the Rant Radio. We'll give that number before we leave. But when I was asking about other products, there's a whole array, a large array of the transfer factor products, the transfer products that are designed and created, targeted, what they call targeted transfer, that can assist in support of the brain, that can support the pancreas, that are designed for men in the prostate. There's designed for women.
For the female organs.
And the gentleman took something, I believe, that was, you talked about his eye problem. There was something that was designed, transfer factor, that was designed specifically for vision.
Yes, it's for the macula and feeding everything you need to your eyes so that you could have all the necessary nutrients.
And there's transfer factor that's targeted for the cardiovascular system that helps your heart, helps your blood flow, helps
your kidneys.
Oh, yes, the kidney one.
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of wonderful products that come to, but there's also products that to manage your weight. We didn't discuss that.
That's
because
right.
This is a major choice. I'm sorry, I do not agree with the AMA.
Up next, in the mix with politics. This show was previously recorded.
I do not agree with the AMA when it says, I think that was the AMA coming in trying cutting me off. I believe.
But yeah, weight management is something that we need to work at and supplement ourselves at the same time to increase our immune system so that the body is taking care of itself.
I don't know. Do we have any more time? Or are we off? Pardon? Okay, folks. This has been a show that we'll have to get back to telling you all about the other things. Please come back for Solutions for Life.